This week's parasha is Parashat Tzav. If we count the parashiyot, the different Torah readings from the beginning of the Torah, from Breshit, from Genesis, then this parasha is the 25th Torah reading. Tzav means command. Vayidaber Hashem el Moshe lemor. The first verse is that God spoke to Moses saying, Tzav et Aaron ve'et banav. Command Aaron and his children. There's one other Torah reading that also is named Titzaveh, from the same root to command. It's the 20th Torah reading, beginning from the beginning. There it says, V'ata titzaveh et bnei Yisrael. Hashem also speaks to Moshe, but there's not a verse that reads, and God spoke to Moses. In fact, in that whole parasha, Moses' name does not appear, even once. But the first two words, the beginning of that parasha is, V'ata titzaveh, you, Moses, shall command the children of Israel. So these are the two Torah readings that are named after the same word, the same concept, which is command. What is the difference grammatically? V'ata titzaveh, which is the 20th Torah portion, is you shall command. It's a future tense verb. But here, Tzav, this week's Torah reading, Tzav is command. What is command? That God is commanding Moses to command. Because the word command is in the command tense. So here, actually, the sense of command is much stronger than in the previous portion, which also is from the word to command. It says, you shall command. Actually, in that portion, especially in its inner teaching, there is interaction between Moses and the Jewish people. The Jewish people bring the pure olive oil to him. And spiritually, that means that he is receiving something from the people together with he giving something to the people. But here it's purely from above. Command, you, Moses, command Aaron and his children, such and such. The whole Torah is a Torah of commandments. The Jewish people has 613 commandments to perform. Taryag mitzvot. There's something very special about commandment, about the concept of a command, to command. Commandment, first of all, implies kingdom. Who gives orders? Who commands? A king commands. So the fact that the whole Torah is a book of commandments means that it's a book. The whole purpose is to reveal, to manifest the kingdom of God on earth. That Hashem, Hu HaMelech, God is the king, and he commands, and we perform. What he orders us to do, we do. Throughout the Torah, when we look at what other verb is always used together with the verb to command, the other verb is to do or to make, la'asot. There are many, many verses throughout the Torah that says that God commanded something and it was done, and he did it. God commanded Moses, chen asah, so did he do. God commanded the Jewish people, kasher tzivah Hashem, ken asu, so did they do, and so forth and so on. There are many, many, many verses that the two verbs to command and to do go together. That word to do means to make. In English it has several translations to it, either to do or to make, or actually it also implies to rectify a situation, la'asot. It's actually the very last word of the story of creation. The first account of creation in the Torah ends, Asher bara Elokim la'asot, that God created the world to do, implying for us to do, for us to rectify. He left something for us to do, which is to rectify in the world. How do we do? How do we rectify? When we follow orders. That's why the general idiom in the Torah is mitzvot ma'asiyot. That if you have a mitzvah, you have a commandment. The commandment is an actual commandment to do something. says even the inner commandments of the heart, like to love God, to fear God, are also doing something within my physical being, my physical body and heart. Something is happening, something is changing, something is doing, something is going on. All of the commandments are to produce actually physical motion and physical rectification. But doing is a rectification process only if it's following a divine command. That's why these two verbs always go together, tziva, asa. If we take the gematria of the two roots, tziva, to command, and to do, which is tziva and asa, tziva is 101, asa is 375, together it's 476. The average value is 238, which is Rachel, the matriarch Rachel, Rachel, our mother Rachel. Rachel signifies in Kabbalah the rectification of this physical realm, of the physical world, of Malchut, the rectification of a sense of kingdom, that God is king. She is the average value of these two roots of Tziva and Asa. When we take once more the two words, the two numbers together, 476, it's 7 times Chayim. 7 means a complete, a consummate manifestation of life. All of the mitzvot and all the doings, all of the rectifications that we do in this world are for the sake of life. The Torah is Torah Chayim. The mitzvot are v'achai behem, to live by them. It's a life, receiving a divine command and enacting it, in action, in doing, is the source, the origin of life. Let's now go back to the fact that the first Tzav, the first portion that is named after command and doing, is the 20th Torah reading. And this week's portion, which is even a stronger sense of command, Tzav, which is commanding to command, is the 25th Torah portion. 20 is the letter Kaf in Hebrew. 25 is Kaf Hey. When you put those two numbers as letters together, it becomes a word. And this word is in Kabbalah a divine name of Hashem, of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of God, which is Kacha. Kacha means so. And in Yiddish you say Azoi. Azoi unit andrish, so shall it be and not otherwise. Meaning there's something which is super rational. It's above tam vedat. It's above reason altogether. It's so. When a command is given, you don't ask why. That's why we, the Jewish people, to receive commands, we say na'aseh v'nishma, we will do, and then we will understand. But first, when you receive a command, you just have to receive it. Kacha azoi, so it is. That divine name, which is Kacha, which is signified here by the two Torah portions that have to do with command, that relates to the very, very highest level of the crown of the superconscious. It's called the unknowable head, the origin of faith, of pure and simple faith in the Jewish soul. That highest level is wedged in the lowest level, which is Malchut, kingdom. Because in order to establish and build, construct and rectify kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of God on earth, we have to perform mitzvot kacha, so. It says in Kabbalah, and this is one of the most beloved kavanot, intentions of the Baal Shem Tov. When we say Kedushat Keter on Shabbat, we coronate, we say the crown, we give to God a crown. To think of this name Kacha, and to intend that this name Kacha, which is Kaf Kaf Hey, stands for Keter Kol Haktarim, the crown of all crowns. That is the initial letters of Kacha. That when we do something because of Kacha, Azoi, Unit Anders, so we draw down the crown of all crowns to manifest itself at the lowest level, the level of action, of doing. the level of kingdom and kingship, that a Jewish soul has a spark of a king within him, and the spark of our king is to coronate God as the king. And then we shall merit also to a leader, Mashiach, who is the king of Israel, the king of the whole world. And it's all because we have an inner sense of command, of hearing the divine command and doing the command. Those two words, those two concepts have to join and link together. And then we have the full, complete blessing of life.